years. Has this last 5 years been all rainbows and sunshine? No, it has not. 2022 was the hardest year of my life since being in this work. I experienced a separation of my marriage, a deterioration of my team, and an emergency lung surgery from all the repressed grief that I didn't allow myself to feel in those moments. But what I can tell you about this contrast, about that year in my life, is that it has prepared me for the woman that is sitting here in front of you today. I've received multiple awards and accolades and trips and accomplishments, but these are not the things that make me so fulfilled. These are not the things that make me so happy. Those things that actually bring me true peace, true love, true joy into my life are the connections that I have with myself and with others, my ability to serve people through this work, and to step into the real version of me that lies within. We have people who have made millions and millions of dollars. We have people who have quantum leaped their life, who have manifested awards and accolades and #1 best-selling books. We have people that are making a significant difference in this world because they're choosing to become an elevated version of them. The biggest thing that I can tell you right now, and the biggest learning from this journey, is please do not underestimate yourself. Please dream bigger and choose grander. And I want to say thank you for joining me, for choosing you, and for allowing me to be the vessel that guides you towards the light that you are being drawn to in this moment. Only love and gratitude. Kathleen.
Good morning. How is everyone? How are we feeling? Oh my gosh, yesterday was such a beautiful day. So many of you sent messages and had beautiful comments, beautiful things to say. So it was great. I had to charge my phone about 3 times yesterday. You know that's a good day when you gotta do that. And I went to bed super, super early. So I got a good night's sleep. I'm refreshed. And I'm just in this beautiful state of peace, knowing that every single one of you is getting the message that you're meant to get, and that you're taking it on, and you're gonna run with it. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Yesterday was a lot of information, a lot of different concepts and things like that. So I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do today, and what you're gonna do with your pictures. If you brought your pictures, please. I have mine, so I'm gonna show you. Oh, my car is just coming back. My car's just coming up the driveway. She's so beautiful. She's so pretty. I love her. I keep thinking about maybe I'll trade her in and get something else, and then I see her drive up the driveway and I'm like, no, nope. I love her too much. She's gonna stay with me forever. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get rid of her. She's such an energetic match to me. Anyways, she's she's a 2021 all white Mercedes. I'm so bad with like the names and the models. She's a Mercedes G63 G-Wagon in all white. Yeah. And then in the winter, we put winter tires with the black rims. So she's a stunner. But anyways, enough about my car. I love the luxury wagons. Yeah, she's really special. Anyways, did you bring your pictures? Yes? Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to talk about the pictures. I'm going to give you some more information, some more concepts, just to close this door a little bit, so that we know, okay, what do we do with this awareness now that we have it? So I'm going to give you 2 additional topics today that I'm going to talk about. And then we're going to talk about Diamond Academy, what we have. We always get so many questions. Yesterday, I don't know how many requests for calls we had come in, but it was a lot. And my team was on a lot of calls, and they were actually sharing just how powerful a lot of these conversations were yesterday. And just how kind of ready people are to make a change. So it was really beautiful to hear that conversation. So if you haven't gotten in touch with your team member, please do so, because starting today, they're going to start getting really busy again. So make sure that you reach out, you fill out the form, team, if we can put it in the comments so you can chat with them. I will also be awarding the scholarship today at the end of the call, so stay on for that. We had some really amazing applications come in, so we went through them late last night at the tail end of the day and made a decision early this morning. So we do have a scholarship that we are going to award near the end of the day today as well. I'm not going to do a guided visualization just because there's so much going on today. There's so much to talk about and do, and I have this thing I want to do with your pictures today. So we won't do a guided visualization, but you guys know those guided visualizations, they happen every single live event. They're actually on the YouTube channel independently as well. So if you just search Kathleen Cameron visualization, you can find it. So don't worry about that. It will absolutely be there. And then we always do guided visualizations and stuff in the Millionaire Program as well. So let's do this quick, beautiful little prayer just to start us off. It's become a habit for me now to do this, and I feel like I can't do it without. I think it's just very, very grounding and centering, and allows us to connect into spirit and to source, and to really, really say thank you before we even get started. So you can close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, whatever you feel called to do. Thank you, God. Thank you for this live event and for this collective energy. Thank you for this life and for the wonder of this moment. Thank you for everything that has ever happened to me, is happening now, and ever will happen. For all of it has produced the perfection of this next breath and the glory of who I am now going to be. Perfect ending. Amen. The glory of who I am now going to be. That is the key to all of this. So yesterday for the homework, I had really, really wanted you to do some self-awareness work. I really wanted you to, reflect on your life and the way in which you see yourself and the way in which life has showed up for you from that perception and perspective of you. So if you had an awareness, an aha moment, feel free to share it into the chat. That would be really great. Haley missed the last part because she had to leave early. So basically what I had asked everyone to do was to bring a picture of themselves as a child. It could have been a baby, could have been 3 years old, 8 years old, didn't matter. Just a picture of you as a child, to bring that with you for today. And if you are watching this on the replay, grab the picture, press pause, and then come back. You have that capability of watching the replay. Isn't that beautiful? Anyways, okay, so you got it. My team was actually sending all their pictures in last night we have a team chat. They were putting all their pictures in there. It was really, really cute. It was really, really cute. Okay, so the awarenesses that you had yesterday, right? So I wanted you to find things that you can sit with and go, you know what? I can think in a grander way here. I can remove a limitation here. I can be more empowered in this way, right? So if you had a realization about all the amazing things about you, great, wonderful. But I'm actually looking for things that are limiting you in some capacity. Okay, because we're talking about now creating an identity of the grandest version of us, the best of ourselves. So if you sit there today and you're like, well, I'm pretty amazing and I think I'm incredible and I'm rocking it, there's no growth, there's no change. So where in your life could you rock it even more? Where in your life could you be even more incredible? And this is about self-concept and identity, right? So this is about an idea that you hold in the subconscious mind about you, right? Oh, people are posting their pictures in the chat. I love that. Yeah, this is good. I realized I don't feel worthy. I struggle to believe in it before I can see it. I struggle to attract clients. Yes. So keep in mind that everything is learned behavior. Everything is learned behavior. And that honesty, that aha moment is the key, right? Being addicted to difficulty. Oh, what a beautiful awareness. Because now you can let things be easy. They don't always have to be hard. For me, I had this belief that in order for me to say that I achieved something, that I needed to be able to say, I worked really hard for that. I worked really hard for that. Like, yeah, I got my master's degree. I have a master's degree in nursing leadership. And so to get that certificate in a frame, I was like, oh, that was so hard. That was the hardest 5 years of my life. I worked so hard for this. And it somehow made the success of the degree feel like I earned it. Like I was now worthy of it because of how hard I worked for it. Now it's like, I made $1 million in 7 days and it was so easy. That is the new place that I want to live at, where I literally am like, yes, I have accomplished incredible things in my life. They are amazing. And you know what? They weren't that hard. I actually didn't have to suffer. I didn't have to earn it in order to say that I accomplished it, right? I didn't have to put in those dues. I didn't have to suffer. To allow things and let things to be easy is a new belief system. Success comes in whatever way you believe it's going to come. You will literally act out the pathway that you think it's going to take. So if you think that it's going to take a long time, you will make it take a long time. You will naturally behave in a way that makes it take a long time. Give me an example, right? So what's the one thing people say to me all the time? They'll sign up for a course or a program here. They'll sign up for Millionaire or they'll sign up for Modern Mentor. And then the first thing they say is, oh man, I don't know why I waited 3 years. And I'm like, I know. Because if you just had made an immediate decision, those 3 years would not have gone by, and the success that you now have and the self-love and the peace and the gratitude, it would have happened 3 years ago. So you've delayed it because you have a patterning and a programming of delaying things, putting them off, and it's fear-based thinking. We don't have to do that anymore, right? We're told to work hard and try our best from when we were young. Yeah. It's really interesting when I get around other entrepreneurs and I'm in the room with them and they start talking about what they've done and all the success that they've had and how busy they are and all that kind of stuff. I just kind of sit there, and it's really challenging to not go into that mode with them. But I'm committed to the way in which my life is. And so I'll never forget, I was out on this yacht at like a little conference, and there was about, I think, 10 other female entrepreneurs on the cruise. And then they were in this conversation of how hard their business is and how stressed they are and how overworked they are. And I'm sitting there going like, oh my gosh. And I was the person in the room that was making the most money, that's business was growing the fastest. And I sat there and I was just like taking it all in, and I wasn't saying a word. And then somebody looked over at me and said, is this your experience too? And I went, actually, no. And they were like, no. I said, no, like my life is a beautiful balance. Like you will never hear me say that I'm super stressed or super overwhelmed, that I worked a 14-hour day, that I'm too busy, that I have too much on my plate, I can't get it done. Like you will never hear that language come from me. I love my life. It's so beautiful. It's calm. It's peaceful. Do I run a business? Yes, I do. But like, yeah, that's not my experience. And they just all kind of looked at me like, how is this possible? It's just a new way of thinking. It's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain way. And when you figure out that certain way, the success still comes. It just comes in that way. It doesn't have to come any other way. Yeah. How my connection to finances is a program from being told, no, we cannot afford this as a child, recreated unworthiness. Teresina, beautiful awareness. So how many times in your life did you hear, we can't afford it, we can't afford it, we can't afford it, we can't afford it? Right? And so when we hear we can't afford it all the time on repeat, it becomes the language that we start to say, right? And so for me right now, can you imagine, I'm just giving you a perspective, so a different way of thinking from. So can you imagine me right now being like, oh, my house in Malibu. So the house that I absolutely am in love with and I'm dreaming about living in, it's about a $20 million house in Malibu. And so do I have $20 million in my bank account right now personally to go and purchase this property? I do not. But do you think that I'm going to say, oh, I can't afford that house? Absolutely not. No way. I'm not going to talk like that. No matter how much money I do or do not have, I'm never going to speak like that. For me, that's my house. Universe always provides, and I am in receivership. So as soon as I have the deposit come to me in whatever way, then I will purchase that house, or when I decide to buy it. But I haven't bought it yet, so I don't need the money yet. So it's not coming. The money comes where it is needed. It's not needed yet, so it hasn't fully come. Although lots of other money comes, but just not specifically for that one. But anyways, so these are just examples. So the one thing that the first kind of like topic or concept that I want to make sure we understand today is what it means to be creating an identity from your grandest version, right? So you can call it the best of yourself, which is the name of my book, The Best of Yourself. So it's not best of it, better than anyone. It's just the best of you. I love that so much. So if you can be like the best possible version of you, what would that version be? How would you think? What ideas would be planted in the mind? How would you feel? What would be the feeling of you every single day? What action would you take? Neil Donald Walsh, he talks about the grandest version of the greatest vision of you that ever could be. You know, what would your grandest version of the greatest vision of you be? Right? So I kind of differentiate between a vision and an identity or self-concept. So a vision is often a lifestyle, a way of living. Vision is often like, I want to live in this place, in this house. I want to have these accomplishments. I want to win these awards. I want to speak on stage in front of this many people, be a best-selling author, this amount of money. I want to be able to travel to these places. I want to be able to take my family take my family to these trips. I want to be a philanthropist, and I want to do charitable work, whatever that is. This is a vision for your life, right? But that's not identity and self-concept. Those are things that you've accomplished. Those are recognition. Those are roles, but they're not the identity that sits. So then we have to ask the question, based on this vision for my life, this big, beautiful life that I want to live, right? This lifestyle that's a step up from the one I'm living today. Who do I need to be in order to do that? Oh, instead of saying that I'm saving money, I say I'm accumulating money. Because saving implies that you're saving it for a rainy day. To save it means like you're saving it from being spent. You're saving it from going away. No. We're not doing that. Money is always flowing, and as we circulate it, it's just like drinking water. I know this is electrolytes, but it's just like drinking water, right? So I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to save this water for later. So I say accumulating. So if I want my bank account to grow, and let's say I'm going to put a deposit down on a house, and I need $1 million to put a deposit down on my house, I will accumulate $1 million in my bank account, but I'm not going to save it. I'm all about like the language and the words that I use and the way that that language and those words feel for me. I can't afford it. Ooh, that just makes you feel like you want something, but you can't have it. So make a decision you're not buying it today, right? Like you don't have to buy everything all the time. That's not how life works. Like when you have a lot of money, you don't walk into Louis Vuitton and go and spend $400,000 at Louis Vuitton and buy everything in the store. You go in and there might not be anything you want in there. Like you don't have to buy everything. So it's just there's nothing there for me. I actually don't want this. I'm choosing not to buy something today. It's a totally neutral feeling. Then I want this, but I can't afford it. And now I feel bad about myself and I'm judging myself because I can't have it. So I go shopping for things. I will go shop for things. And then I make the decision that I'll have that. Today I'm not buying it, but I will have that. I did my Cartier ring. I went to Cartier and I picked out a diamond crusted ring, watch. I don't even like watches, but it was just a manifestation practice, just to go to Cartier to try on this diamond crusted Cartier watch and to say, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll have that one day. It was like $200,000 watch, but I didn't want it. I didn't buy it. But what did it do? It manifested me $200,000 that day. Because I was creating demand in the mind. I went shopping. I was on the creative plane of, I have money to spend and I'm going to go pick out how I'm going to spend the money. That is a very different energy than I have no money. I can't even step foot in the store because I can't afford anything. Feel the difference? Oh, I can't go into Cartier. I don't have the money for that watch. You're literally pushing money away. Go to Cartier, look at what you want, and leave. And it might not be Cartier for you. I know some people are a little bit triggered when it comes to like luxury or designer brands. I would ask yourself why that is. Are you triggered when I talk about Walmart? No, you're not. So you have an activation towards a luxury and designer, which is pushing it away. Tori's triggered. Are you triggered when I talk about Walmart? Okay, maybe Walmart wasn't a good example. I'm gonna get in trouble from Walmart. Anyways, but whatever it is for you that you love, that you think is luxury, luxury is a feeling. So whatever that is for you, I want you to allow yourself to feel it, to entertain it, to let it be true and real. But it's just a dichotomy. Like Cartier and Walmart, they sell the same products: watches, purses, earrings, right? They sell the same things. It's just different levels and different value and different quality. But they are the same things. But yeah, so if you are triggered by luxury, designer, materialism, stuff like that, I would just have you go within and ask that. It's one thing to be like, oh, I don't care about purses. It's not for me. Like me, watches. I don't care about a watch. Chris, he loves watches. He has so many. For me, I don't really care about watches, so I'm not going to go and fall in love with watches. But I'm not getting mad at watches. I'm like, oh, watches. Right? So just notice when you're judging something, there's something going on there behind you. And we don't want to push away things. We want to attract it. We want to call it in. When you make something bad and wrong, you're keeping it at a distance. Things that are not valued in your life, they leave. Things that are valued will stay. So let's value money. Yeah. Anyways, that was a very, very good example. So when we are talking about identity and self-concept, and we're talking about the vision for our life, and then the who do I need to be, we want to make sure that we're using words that feel a certain way, right? So we want to use words attached to feeling to let them be the existence of who we are. So when I ask people, okay, what are the best possible beliefs for you to have about yourself? I get a lot of, I'm loving, I'm generous, I'm caring, I'm spiritual, I have faith, I'm nurturing. I get all of these beautiful feminine words, and they're so great and they're so wonderful. And I know that half of you believe those about yourself already. Okay, so we're not talking about that. What I want to talk about, okay, if you're not loving and caring and you're a little bit of a hard ass and you want to be more loving and caring, then okay, we'll do that. But what I'm actually asking you to do is to use words and languages that actually activate that feeling within you, that make you more powerful. Katie, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to use this example because it's resonated with me so much. We were at a retreat in Miami with my team, Katie on my team. My earrings keep falling out. Maybe I need to go to Cartier and get a new pair because these might be from Walmart. Guys, I will literally be wearing like a Chloe t-shirt and Walmart track pants or Amazon pants on the bottom. Like it's all about the balance. You guys are seeing my humor today, aren't you? This is funny. And I can be very funny. I get it from my dad. But anyways, what was I talking about? I lost it. You guys will tell me. You'll take me back. Katie, yes, thank you. So Katie, we were talking about our identity and our self-concept. It was a team retreat. We were in Miami, and Katie said something about how she has gotten to this place where she is a very, very happy woman. And like to be a happy woman was part of her grandest version of her. And I felt that. And I was like, I love this, because if you haven't been someone that has been happy in your life, to finally be happy is so peaceful. Like you could cry. Like I live in so much happiness every day. It makes me want to cry because I was unhappy for so long. That happiness is so beautiful. So it wasn't a bad thing Katie was saying that. But what I heard and what the next thing that came out for me was, okay, Katie, I want you to be happy. Yes. But the next thing for you is to be powerful. To be powerful, right? And so for you to step into your power more, happy has a feeling, but a powerful energy, a powerful feeling. So see how I'm adding a little bit more masculine in it. So we do want to have that balance and flow. Some of you might have found me and you're heavy and you're masculine. So when you talk about yourself, you might be like, I'm disciplined, I'm committed, I get the job done, I work hard, I'm the hardest worker you'll ever meet. Like that might be you. So we might want to add some faith and some nurturing and some love in there. But then we have people on the other side that are really heavy in the feminine, and that type of language, like disciplined, committed, action taker, you're like, oh God, oh God. I want a balance. It is in that energetic balance of the different types of concepts that we use that create this feeling of who you are, right? So for me, yes, I am somebody that does not shy away from getting things done, right? I don't procrastinate. I act on my intuition. Am I an action taker? Yes, absolutely. But am I somebody that works really, really hard every single day until I'm stressed out to the max? No, but I am an action taker. The other thing is I'm committed. What does it mean to be committed to something? Right? Committed. So to be committed to something means you are never going to stray. You're never going to move away from it. Now, just because you're committed to something doesn't mean that you need to be stressed out to the max. It doesn't mean you need to hustle. It doesn't mean that you need to be doing it 24/7. It just means that you execute action upon the commitment of the idea of what you would love, right? So there's people that come into my energy and they will create a vision for their life. And then at the first moment that it doesn't show up for them, they fall for it. They fall for the appearance of things. And then they go somewhere else and they do something else. So what's going on there? Lack of commitment. If you are committed to something, and for me, I'm committed to my dream life, like absolutely committed to it, like in every way, I am all in on that. And so I'm not going to shy away. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to veer in the opposite direction. I'm not going to throw my hands up and be like, oh, well, it's not here. No, I'm committed. So yes, I will follow through on the things that I do, right? Consistency in what? You guys are all very consistent. Very, all of us. That's part of our programming. It's part of our nervous system. We consistently do things automatically. Consistently. It's just, are the things you're consistent at the things you want to be consistent at? Procrastination. You're pretty consistent at procrastinating, right? Like, yeah, I'm consistent at procrastinating. I'm consistent at delaying the launch of my business. I'm consistent at distracting myself. I'm consistent at not making a decision, being indecisive, right? So consistency in the right areas of your life. We want that consistency. And what's been so beautiful for me is I had this belief that if I started to add exercise to my day, that it would take away time from somewhere else, like running my business or looking after my kids. So I had this belief that I didn't have the time to exercise, right? And so I remained consistent in the other things that I do and committed to my dream life and committed to raising my daughters and things like that. But I wasn't committed to exercise. I wasn't consistent at it. I was consistent in not doing it. And then I went, okay, hold on a minute. Is it possible for me to find 30 minutes a day? 30 minutes to move my body. And I realized, you know what? I can find 30 minutes. So I started with just 30 minutes walking. It was probably 20 minutes actually when I first started. And I just added that to my day very quickly. I was like, oh, I did have the time. Oh, I am pretty consistent. Now sometimes my workouts are up to an hour and a half. I could probably do longer. So it doesn't mean that you have to work out all day every day. You don't have to become a full-time gym goer, you know? It can be an hour, it can be 30 minutes in a day. But we want to be consistent at that thing that moves you forward in life, that is beneficial, that is productive, right? So other words that I love to make sure are in my grandest version, and I would highly suggest it for you, is things like words that trigger like a really beautiful feeling in you, like the mug I was using yesterday. Legend, to be a legend, to be a trailblazer, right? What would that mean for you to believe that you're a trailblazer, right? Fearless, to be fearless. I even said to somebody the other day, what if you saw yourself as an icon? Like you're an icon. So bold, daring, right? Confident. You go after it. I have this belief now that I get everything I want in life. I get everything I want in life. I'm not taking from anyone. So if that triggers you, if that activates you, just say why. It's probably because you don't think you do. So to hear somebody think that they get everything they want might be like, ugh, right? So let that be your truth. What if you believe that you get everything you want in life, that you always get it? It's beautiful. I am an icon. I'm a role model for disabled people. I love that. Guru. I am the luckiest girl. Yeah. Some people might be, they might be a little activated by the word lucky. Okay. So if you get activated by the word lucky, you probably have an earn it paradigm. This wasn't luck. I earned it all. Right? So think about that. But if you do like the word lucky, what is it about the word lucky that you do like? I love the word lucky. I think it's great to be like, oh yeah, I'm lucky. Things come my way, things like that. But I also recognize that it's not simply luck. There is like conscious intention. So I'm lucky, but I'm making it happen, which is just taking the power and the ownership back. Luck can kind of come and go, but the ability to manifest everything you want, it stays forever because it's who you are, right? So icon, fearless, trailblazer, powerful, risk taker, I'm the best at XYZ. So the law of compensation, one of my favorite laws, and this is so true, this one. You will be compensated, okay? So remember that money comes as an exchange. If you are someone that wants to manifest money coming from the ether, you can do that, but it'll probably come one time. But if you want to be somebody that manifests consistent income coming into their life for the rest of your life, you have to understand that it comes through an exchange. So what is it that you are doing in the exchange for the money with which you are going to be compensated for? So there must be an exchange. So my old exchange was a job, working for someone else, a salary and a paycheck. My exchange now is servicing the world through God's work in a entrepreneurial journey and not working for somebody else. But many people still receive incredible compensation through a job, through a career, through working for and with someone else, through entrepreneurship or intrapreneurship. So an intrapreneur has their own business within an entrepreneur's business. So great, these are all beautiful ways, but I would just want you to create a vessel to receive your abundance, the exchange that is limitless, doesn't have a cap. So if you choose something that has a cap, your consciousness chose something with a cap. So if you can only make this much money, your consciousness chose something that can only go to this much. When I was a registered nurse, I chose to stop at the top of a pay scale. I didn't know any better, but I chose it. So now you get to choose differently. So that's why anytime I talk to anybody, I'm like, oh, be an entrepreneur. It's absolutely limitless. Work for yourself. Nobody can cap you if you work for yourself. And then you can open up your vessel to be open to receive. And it doesn't have to be coaching. I have clients in all industries, all over the world. We're not specifically coaches. I have one program for coaches, but everything else is for anyone in any industry. So there is thousands of ways for you to open your vessel in a limitless capacity. But the law of compensation, which I love so much, the law of compensation says that you will be compensated based on three things: how important what you do is, how good you are at it, and whether or not you can be replaced. So according to who? Is there some like outside body telling you, you're really good at what you do, I can't replace you, and what you do is really, really needed? No, it's all beliefs. So I went, I get this now. So if I'm going to create an identity based on the law of compensation, then I'm going to create an identity that says I'm the best at what I do. I absolutely can never, ever be replaced. Like nobody can do what I do and in my way. And then this work is the most important work in the world. That's it. Bar none. You can't convince me otherwise. So now I planted those in my subconscious mind. So now I go to bed at night and I'm like, wow, Man, I am so grateful for what I do. It is the most important work. You can't tell me there's anything better than this. But I want you to believe that what you do is the most important work and there's nothing better. Not what I do. It doesn't matter if you think what I do is. I want you to think that what you do is. Right? Wow, create an identity on the law of compensation based on what I say about me. Yes, Siobhan, come on, girl. So see how my mind is thinking? I'm always like, okay, if universal law says this, and these laws are truth, and I know that these laws are truth, I don't want to think outside of what these laws are. So if the law says that, and I believe it's true, then what would I want to believe about myself? It's the most important work, I'm the best at it, and I can't be replaced. I don't think I'm better than any other manifestation teacher. I think we are all needed. It is all important. We are all raising collective consciousness together. It's combined impact. But am I the best at what I do? Yes. That's what I believe. Remember, it's all about what we believe in here. The rest of the world will believe it back, right? So these are some other concepts that I would absolutely have as you're moving through and writing out this identity. But the second thing that I want to say, so the first thing is to use concepts that feel powerful. That's the first thing. The second thing is embodiment of the concepts, right? So to embody a concept means to move your body in the way that the belief would move the body. Bob used to call this praxis, belief and behavior. Praxis, Praxis, right? I call it embodiment. So when your body is literally moving the same direction as the belief, you are now in the embodied state and you are living as the new identity, right? So if you're telling yourself, I am a very successful entrepreneur and I am really, really good at what I do, everybody needs this work, and like, you can't replace me, here we go, and then you don't launch your business, you're not embodying. You're not. You're keeping that idea in the conscious mind and you're not in the embodiment of this work. So to embodiment means to launch the business. I can't sit here and say, I'm the healthiest version of myself. I am so healthy. And okay, so what is healthy behavior? Moving my body every day, eating healthy, nutritious food, drinking water, getting a good night's sleep every night, doing meditation. And then I don't do any of those things. I haven't embodied the idea of health, right? So to embody something means to move the body in the same way as the belief would move, right? So if I believed in myself today, what would I do? If I knew I could not fail, what would I do? One of my favorite quotes, you must act as if success is guaranteed. What guarantees success? Acting like success is guaranteed. It's a cycle. It literally is. Every single time in my life, me, any one of my one-on-one coaching clients, anybody in my inner circle, anybody in my millionaire program, modern mentor program, every time they act in the assumption that success is guaranteed, they receive success. But when they act in fear, or they don't act out of fear, we do not get the result we want. It is moving in the embodiment of the new identity that solidifies the new identity, which creates the new version of you. So what I always do is I say, okay, if I want to believe that I am one of the most successful individuals in the world, that I am the most confident woman that I possibly could be today, confidence is who I am. It's in my blood. I'm going to then go, okay, it's time to do something confidently. I'm going to go act confidently today, and I will go and move my body. The law of attraction, right? The word attraction. What other word is in there? Attract. What else? Action. Right? Remember I said dual forces yesterday? We are moving towards our dream lives, and then it all comes towards us. It's the dual forces. That's how you quantum leap yourself. You quantum leap by making sure that you're moving in both directions. You're drawing to you, but you're moving towards it. So a lot of people are sitting there just trying to draw to them and they're not taking action. But when you don't take action on the desired state, you're literally telling the universe you don't want it. No, I don't want that. That's not something I desire today. And so then you're not moving towards it. So I was like, how can I do something today to act upon the desire, to act upon the new identity? What can I do today to act upon it? I did this with Jason Derulo when I interviewed him for my podcast. So that was a manifestation, and I'm sitting there and I thought, okay, this is it. This is a KCB moment. What would I do in this moment right now if I was KCB in all forms, in every way? What action could I take today? Would I go and interview him confidently and proudly and then say goodbye and leave? No, I would not. KCB is bold. She's daring. She's confident. She takes risks. And so I pitched him a business deal. Yeah, it was uncomfortable, but I did it because I want to be the embodiment of KCB. So I'm going to take action from the KCB identity. And so now I have a beautiful business opportunity now that I'm working on with him. And yeah, and it's just going to continue now. It's a beautiful collaboration because I decided to be her. It moves the energy forward, right? So just a little example of some of the things that I do. But 5 years ago, it would have been taking a course, investing in myself. I remember my first $330,000 investment into myself. That was uncomfortable. That's like a deposit for a house, or it's a whole house. You could buy a house for $330,000, but the house isn't going to have the ROI that an investment into me is going to have. That $330,000 ROI from that investment that I made into myself, I have made that back how many times now? I don't even know. A lot. No house is going to make you that. I'll tell you that right now. So making decisions from that empowered place, knowing that I am my absolute best investment. And so I keep investing into me first before I invest into other things. Yeah, it's really beautiful. So to take action as, or to move as, is a very, very important thing to do when it comes to the embodiment of the new identity. So I always ask myself, if I was this new version of me, what would I do differently? Okay, so remember the word differently. This is important because if you keep doing the same things every single day and there's no difference in your behavior, it means there's no difference in your thinking, in the ideas, because you will start to express yourself based on the new ideas, right? So what would you do differently? I'm always trying to find the differences. I understand that it's the differences that actually change my results. I don't use that word often, but the results of my life or the way in which my life shows up, right? So it's the differences between what I've always done and what I'm now going to do. The bigger the difference, the bigger the change. So if it's a teeny tiny little minuscule difference, it's not going to have as big have an impact as a bigger difference, right? So when I quit my nursing career and launched a coaching business 6 months later, big difference, right? So this is why I quantum leap so quickly. I look at what scares me and then I say, that is for me. Judy, I love that. Yeah, I love that so much. And are you really scared? Like, are you really petrified and scared? I actually use the word discomfort. I'll be like, ooh, this is uncomfortable. This is a tad bit uncomfortable. But I wouldn't say I'm scared or I'm afraid. I would never be like, oh, I'm afraid of that. I would be like, no, I'm not afraid. I'm just uncomfortable. What if we can't figure out what the differences are because we can't see a life we've not lived yet? We talked about this yesterday, Juliana, right? So this is your ego The I don't know is the ego. It's putting up a block. It's putting up, it's keeping you at an upper limit. So the ego will say, I don't know. You do know, right? How do you know? Because you have imagination. You have the ability to dream. You know exactly what it would feel like to win a $20 million lottery tomorrow. How do you know? Go into your imagination, experience it. You know exactly what it would feel like to launch a business tomorrow, hit take off, and you make $1 million in 7 months. That's what happened to me. You know exactly what that'll feel like. Go in your imagination and experience it. Right? So your ego's trying to tell you that you don't know, but you do know. And the difference is, look at what you do every day right now. How much of your time is actually spent moving towards your dream versus just living your daily, everyday life right now? How much time do you spend working on your state of being every day versus reacting to the life that you're living right now? How often are you visualizing and using your imagination in a day versus just reacting to today's life? You are reacting to life or you're creating life. One or the other. How many risks do you take? How many decisions are you making? Decision making, one of the most important identities for you to hold, that you make decisions easily, quickly, and you trust them. When you read most books on success, wealth, people that are achieving in life, they will all tell you that they make swift decisions and they make decisions with confidence. So they're not like, ooh, I don't know if this is the right move, but can you imagine like the CEO of like a big corporation sitting at a conference room table and somebody is, put a decision in front of them and they're like, ooh, I don't know what to do right now. I'm not quite confident in my decision making. Nah, when you lead a big corporation and you are the head of that table and you got to make decisions, you are like this. They're coming to you for that. You're the leader, right? So this is where you must lead yourself in the exact same capacity. A very, very good friend of mine said all of his success, he's probably one of the wealthiest people that I know. He said all of his success came from his ability to trust his intuition and act on it quickly. Right? So intuition says what? I'd love to do that. That's intuition. I'd love to. Yeah. What comes next? The action that you take upon it is either fear-based or you can go to the next level identity. So I'll actually, some of my one-on-one clients, I'll actually help them to pull out the difference. Okay, so the question is, what would you love right now? So I would love, okay, let's use an example here. I would love to be in your millionaire program, Kathleen. I hear that all the time. So you would love to. Wonderful. Okay, that's the intuitive hit. That's the intuition. That's the feeling. Yes, I would love to. And then I'll say this. If I were to give you the program right now, would you join it? If your answer is no, then you really don't care to take this course, right? Even for free, you wouldn't take it. You have no intuitive hit. You have no desire. But if I were to give it to you for free and say, here, would you like the millionaire program? And the answer would be yes. That's what you would love. You would love to take it. So there we go. That's the intuition. That's the feeling. That's the decision you want to make. So then what comes next? I don't know if I have the money, or I have the money, but I'm afraid that I'm going to invest it and it's not going to come back. I don't have the time. I'm too busy. I'm afraid that it's not going to work for me. So it might not even be about the money. It might just be that you're afraid that you're not going to do it. You're not going to commit to it. Oh, my husband won't let me. I tried to let my husband be my scapegoat too. In 2019, guys, I did. Oh, Chris says no. I just let him be the out. And then I went back into myself and I said, well, wait a minute. Do you really want to do this? Why are you letting him and what he says be your out? And then I went back to him, confidently knowing that this is what I wanted to do. And I went back to him and he was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, oh, interesting. He was a reflection of my greatest fears. So I help people to pull out the fear-based thinking then. And then what would you do if you were in the embodied version of you, of the grandest version? What would be the decision? Would you be afraid that you're not going to finish the course? Absolutely not. You would have a knowing that you finish everything you start. Would you be afraid that you don't have the time to put into yourself? Absolutely not. You know that spending an hour a day on yourself is the most important investment that you never make into yourself. Would you be afraid that you're not going to make the money back? Oh, please. No, 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 you would not. Okay. When you're in your grandest version, you know that your ROI is 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times. Can you see the difference between fear-based patterning and programming and the grandest version? You can do this with any decision. Another thing that I will do to reveal the truth is I'll say, if I had 10 million cash in my bank account, what would I do right now? Would I make this decision or not? And so it reveals to me that it's a fear-based money issue and not me acting in my grandest version. So that's how I just help people to see the difference. Okay, make sense? So we must act in the assumption that the wish is fulfilled. You must act as if success is guaranteed. It literally creates. You heard from Amy yesterday. Man, she had me lit up. That was so beautiful to hear. But she's acting in her grandest version, you could tell. You could feel it. So to act in your grandest version literally changes the fabric of your life around you. You call in different people, different opportunities, different experiences. Can you imagine, like right now, I have on average, we have about maybe 5,000 people that sign up for my courses and my programs. When I first began, I had maybe like 500, 300. I think my first one I did similar to this, I probably did maybe 40 people, right? And so the way I acted then when I had 40 people created the number of people now. Because when 40 people would show up, I saw thousands. And I acted in the assumption that there was thousands and not 40. So I didn't get fooled by the appearance of things. I live fourth dimensionally or from the imagined lens. How do you pivot when fear does come up? Acknowledge the fear, Jessica. One of the greatest things that I do is I will say, oh, I see what that is. I'm actually afraid of XYZ. But I don't make it real. So I don't say I'm afraid of it. It means it's going to happen, so I can't do it. I will acknowledge it, and then I will do something to face it. So if I'm afraid I'm not going to finish an investment that I made in myself, I will make the investment and finish it. It gets rid of it completely. Because now you're acting from the new assumption. But if you don't do it because you're afraid you're not going to finish, well, what did you just manifest? Not finishing. Not even starting. Never mind, not finishing. So then we're actually going the opposite direction. You're either ascending and growing or you're disintegrating, one or the other. You're not staying the same. I definitely still fear those things. My perspective of myself is better, but not of the outside world. So Melissa, let's keep moving then. So let's still pull out what those fears are and where do they come from? Is that annually or per program? I'm not sure what you meant there, Amy. Just get a little bit more specific. Okay, we're going to move on to the picture now, and then I'm going to talk about Diamond Academy and what we have offered. And the promotion that I have right now, the offer that I have right now is the best thing I've ever done. I was sitting there thinking about it last night. I'm like, this is like, we're like giving things away now. Like, what is happening? But anyways, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. But I want you to take out your pictures, please. I have mine. Okay. So this is a picture of me. Hold on, let me fold it so you can see it. I call her Katie. Okay. Not Katie on my team. Katie, I was Katie C when I was growing up. I was Katie until I was about 10 years old. And Katie, here she appears to be very, very happy. She appears to be living her best life. Everything's great and wonderful. But what started after this, not long after this, was a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of thinking negatively. And, when you look at some of the pictures later on, as I start to get older, there's less smiles, less happiness, and my light just sort of kind of dimmed. So Katie is who I refer to as the past version of myself. But what was so beautiful about this exercise was when I take a look at myself as a child, I'm able to be separate from and outside of the version of myself. So there's a lot of therapeutic methodologies that really, really touch on inner child healing and all that kind of stuff. So you can absolutely do all of those things. I do not think that is necessary or a requirement in order to do inner child healing, in order to manifest your dream life. Why do I not think that? Because I've never done it. Okay, so I've manifested pretty fantastic and phenomenal things, and I've never done inner child healing per se in a therapeutic way. So it's not something that you need. If it's something that you want to do, I think you can absolutely do that. But is it a block or a hindrance to you? Only if you think it is. And then people will say, oh, well, there's a whole bunch of inner child stuff that you don't know about, you're not aware of, it's in the shadows. I'm not going to believe that. Thank you. Whatever I believe to be true will be my truth. I will live from it. My life right now, the way in which I live it, the way in which I feel every day, who I am, how happy I am, how joyful I am, it is so beautiful. And so if I ever feel the need to go back and do some of that type of stuff, amazing, I'll go back and do it. But it'll be because I want to do it, not because I'm going to do it because I think I'm going to get something from it, right? Anyways, so I just want to be super, super honest with you all about that. But I'm not talking about inner child healing. What I'm actually going to show you is an example of what I do with my child version of me, Katie, that I call Katie, okay? So when you look at this picture and you look outside of yourself, what do you think about that person that is the old version of you, the child version of you? What type of thoughts do you have about this version of you? Did any of you look upon this version and think negative? She was so miserable. Okay. She looks fearful. Yeah. No, I thought I was a badass. See how we have the differing? Some of you look at the old version of you with happiness and with love, and then some of you look at it not in a very good way, right? So nothing is good or bad. Nothing is right or wrong. It just is. But I want to give you just a little example of what I do to help me remain in my empowered state now, the woman I am today, by using the child version or the Katie version. So what happens for me is whenever I have my human come out, so I'm fearful, I'm sad, I'm feeling insecure or unsafe, I'm like, oh, Katie's having a tantrum. Katie's not happy. What am I doing there when I say that? Katie's not happy. Katie's having a temper tantrum. I'm not letting it be me, Kathleen Cameron, KCB, empowered version. I'm realizing, and what I'm doing in my own mind is I'm realizing that this is patterning and programming that I learned here as her. Because our subconscious mind, right? Like our subconscious mind is wide open at these ages. So we accept everything, all the criticism, all the fears, all the worries, all the doubt, all the programming, all the fear-based thought, everything. We learn it at these ages, right? So the fear I'm experiencing today in this moment as a 42-year-old woman was learned here. So I allow it to be her and not be empowered me, not be KCB. So let's say I'm having like a really insecure moment. I'm like, oh, Katie's here. So what does Katie need? She needs to be parented. She needs to be reparented. So what I do is I allow myself the truth of who I am today, the empowered version of me, KCB. I was born in 82 too, yep. So I let KCB, the empowered version of me, parent Katie. So this is all going on within me, myself, right? Like this is internal dialogue, internal networking. It's an internal task that I'm doing. I go, oh, Katie's here. She's sad, she's insecure, she's afraid. She doesn't feel loved. She's trying to earn someone's love. Someone isn't choosing her. And so I'm like, okay, so KCB, the most empowered version of me, as a mother, what would I tell my daughters right now? Right? Like, what would I tell my daughters in this life? I would tell my daughters in this life right now
that they are worthy, that they are powerful. I would give them love. I would boost them up. I would lift them up. I would tell them that everything is going to be okay, that they are safe, that they are taken care of, that everything always works out in their favor, that they can manifest anything that they ever want. Like, I would pour into them from my empowered state as their mother. So I'm just doing that shit to myself. Right? So this is just a little tool and a task. I wanted to make it very real by getting you to pull out the picture. But this is a very real way for you to speak to the version of you that needs love, that needs reassurance, that needs parenting, that needs support, that needs guidance, that you're there. And so what is that doing for your new consciousness? It's allowing you to be it. It's embodiment. So these are the things that I do in my own relationship with myself that can't necessarily be seen outside of me. Like when I'm talking on Instagram or I'm talking on here or I'm out living my life and you're watching what's going on and you're trying to learn from me and stuff like that, I can't show you the processes that are happening in my head. So I really wanted to try to show you visually what's actually happening in here. And this happens when I'm running all the time. Running is one of the hardest things for me that I find that I do, because my mind wants to tell me I can't do it anymore. My mind wants to tell me that it hurts, that I have to stop. My mind tells me that it's too much. And so I'm always going from my empowered place and going, no, 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 you can run for hours. You can do this for hours. Your body can do anything. And I'm talking to myself in that way. And it's the same thing with these things. Like on my way driving to, when I went and recorded the podcast episode with Jason at his house, I actually had a lot of people that were supposed to be coming with me, but the podcast got moved. And so I went by myself. So I drove to his house by myself. I did my own hair and makeup. I had hired the team to come in and to do all the filming and everything. And when I was driving there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am literally doing this on my own. Like, who do I think I am? And it felt very, very uncomfortable. I did this on the way. I was like, nope, you are not Katie. You are KCB. You are freaking incredible. Of course you show up there on your own. Of course you're bold and you're daring. And of course you act confidently in everything that you do. So I let myself be her when I was there. And it was perfect. It was the best interview I've ever done. Hands down. It was phenomenal. Because of how I spoke to myself, the way I parented myself, right? I feel my heart race when my family is mad at me. I believed as a child I would die if I didn't make them happy. Yeah, so as a child, we learn to please people. Our worth comes from pleasing others, making other people happy, making other people proud, right? So then if we're not making people happy, if we're not making people proud, then where's our worthiness? What's it tied to? We get love when we do well, when we do a good job. Why do you think so many people are overachievers? We're trying to achieve so that we get love. Stop it. Love yourself. This is what I remind myself all the time. Stop it. You don't need to earn anybody's love. All you have to do is show up and be love. That's it. Yeah. So I hope this is helpful. I'm not dogging inner child healing. It's just not something that I do. So I don't want to tell you that I do it when I don't do it. But is it valuable? Yes, of course. So take your picture, reparent yourself, give yourself love, have a discussion with yourself, with that version of you that learned all of these limitations, all these fear-based thinkings, and move the energy. Any questions about that before I move on? When Katie comes out, do you let her speak what's bothering her and then come in with the parenting and coaching? You could do that, Elizabeth. You could absolutely do that. I've done that before, but I usually already know. Like I usually already know that I'm insecure or I'm trying to earn someone's love or I don't like that I haven't accomplished this yet or I'm attached to an outcome. Like I know myself so much now, I know exactly what it is. I want you all to know yourself that much that you know exactly what it is. You're like, oh, here it is. And then move the energy. I know what I'm doing again. Here we go. Yep. Okay. I think I got all the questions here. If that's helpful, let us know how it goes. If you want to send your beautiful child some love, you can post it on social media. You can tag me in it.
would be really, really great. Kathleen, what you just said and did with the picture is inner child healing. Well, according to who? Right? Like the methods of the world, like the categorizations, like therapy. This came through me, right? So we can call it whatever we want, but have I learned it or been guided in a inner child healing thing or something? No. This is something I came up with. But anyways, what does it feel like to feel completely worthy? How do you feel or active worth with no condition? So to feel worthy is to feel whole. Right? So what does it feel to be whole? Nothing is missing. When you feel whole, you're not seeking anything. You might desire more, but you don't feel like anything is missing. So to feel fully worthy, to me, is wholeness. I don't need you to love me to love me. I don't need to make more money to love me. I don't need to get skinny to love me. It's all right now. It's all here. Yeah. Why do we feel the need to label things? Because it's a human construct. Just use labeling to your advantage. That's all I'm saying. Like, use terminology, categorizations, labels to your advantage. It's just humanity creating language to describe something. That's all it is, right? So if we think about like even religion, what religion is, spirituality transcends all religions. If you're a very spiritual person, that means that you are someone that most likely believes in or can see all religions and how they are all good and they are all true and they are all the same, right? But some people are in a specific religion, so they believe one religion is better than another religion, which might not necessarily encompass a more broad spiritual approach. It's not saying one is better than the other. Spirituality, no judgment. So like, from a spiritual perspective, I can say, yeah, what you believe is true because you believe it. So it's true for you. So I'm not trying to find truths. I'm trying to find the best truths for me to believe so that my human experience here is the best. And then now I'm like, okay, what's the best belief for me to have? And then what's the best belief for me to teach? So now I'm thinking about what would be the best thing for these people to believe today that's going to have them move in that fearless way. Yeah. What did you say about embody, idea, or habit? How's it different from a habit? A habit is action that you consistently take naturally. It's automatic. It becomes a habit, right? So if you get up in the morning and you brush your teeth, it's a habit. You don't even think about it. You just automatically do it. So to embody a new identity, an embodiment practice would be to do it, and it'll eventually become a habit. But you have to start doing it until it becomes a habit. And then you will naturally express yourself habitually as the new version of you. Okay, I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope that you feel the love for your little child here and that you feel empowered. The key is you're empowering who you are now. It's not really about that. It's about your identity today. It's 11:11. Let's talk about Diamond Academy. Okay? Diamond Academy turns 5 on July 1st. Can you believe it? My third baby, I call her my third child, Diamond Academy. She's turning 5 on July 1st. So Manifest Toronto, we are going to celebrate a little bit there. So if anybody's coming, we're so grateful. And then we're doing a team celebration the next day. But just in the energy of 5 years into this, right? 5 years into building this business and making this impact, it's changed so much. And I would say without a shadow of a doubt that we are the best we've ever been. We truly are. And I'm so grateful for this work and all the things that are happening, and the direction that God is taking us in is in such a beautiful direction. So I was thinking about this, and as we're approaching Diamond Academy's 5th birthday, and as we're moving this energy, what is something that we can do that would really, really help people and serve people in the best way? And I thought, what are my 2 most impactful courses that have had the most enrollments, but are the deepest, most powerful work you'll ever do? And that's Millionaire and By Law. So By Law is my laws class. I know somebody was asking about laws on here. earlier. I teach a laws class. It's 13 laws, universal laws, and it's called By Law. It's a 12 to 13 week course. I can't remember if I do 12 lessons or is it 13? Pretty sure it's 13 laws. I can't recall. 12, okay. I must teach 13 in the 12 lessons then. I added the law of manifestation as the last one. Brilliant. Anyways, so the laws class is one of the most powerful and important courses. It's very, very deep. It is higher level. It is not an introductory course. So if you've never taken anything at Diamond Academy before, the laws class might not be the starting point unless you've studied this work a lot already. So if you've taken other courses and programs, or maybe you teach this, then maybe that would be good. But what I decided to do is I decided to open enrollment today for the Millionaire Program with By Law included. So that means By Law is regular price $4,444. I'm adding it into Millionaire at no additional cost. So anyone that purchases the Millionaire Program will get By Law as well. And then anyone that enrolls in the Modern Mentor Program can have By Law if they don't want to come to CEO Day. So I have 5 spots left for coaches, consultants, CEOs to come and spend CEO Day with me in Toronto in September. There's 5 spots left, but you have to be in the Modern Mentor Program to do that. If you don't want to come to Toronto and do CEO Day, you can take By Law instead. So Millionaire includes By Law. Modern Mentor includes By Law unless you want to take CEO Day. If you've already taken Millionaire, you're going to be asking me, what do I do? I've already taken Millionaire, but I want to take By Law. Well, guess what? I created a phenomenal way for you to extend your Millionaire community and get By Law included. Like, it's a steal, guys. Because I don't want you, By Law doesn't start till September. So I don't want you from now to September not in this work. I want you on the calls, on the embodiment sessions. I want you continuing to grow and ascend. By the time you start in By Law in September, you've been back in our energy. So if you've taken Millionaire already or Modern Mentor already, you can extend your time in the community and get By Law included. Before I talk a little bit about either of these programs, please let me know which one you want more information on. Millionaire or Modern Mentor? Put that in the chat, please. Which one you want me to talk more about, Millionaire or Modern Mentor? What if you just signed up for Millionaire? If you just signed up last week, I think you're gonna get By Law. I'm not 100% sure on that. It depends on when you signed up and what the offer was. So just talk to your manifestation mentor about which offer you got. Yeah. Millionaire, By Law, Modern Mentor. I'm hyped for By Law. Oh, you guys are going to love it. It's deep. It's really deep. By Law is a very, very deep course. Okay, so a lot more millionaires. Okay, Modern Mentor. Okay, so let me talk about my philosophy of how these courses work first, and then I'll go into specifics of both. Put questions in the chat if you have. And then if I don't answer something, ask the team, please. Reach out to them. They're here to support you. They want to make sure that you start in the right program. And if you are already in a program, we want to make sure you ascend into the right one. So if you've taken Millionaire and you want to be a coach or a mentor, you already are, maybe we want to do Modern Mentor. You'll get By Law there and maybe not extend. So talk to the team, please, of where you're at in your growth, your investment capacity in your business, and they can give you advice. You can still extend, Tanya. Yeah, so if you've left Millionaire and you've been gone for 6 months, you can come back. You can extend your Millionaire community and come back and get By Law included. Absolutely. So please come back to us. We are always here to help you flourish. Always, always, always. So my philosophy with all of my courses is live teachings and also embodiment. So you'll get a course and a program that you can follow on your own time. You watch the lessons yourself. There's a full workbook. There's my live teachings, and then there's embodiment from my team. Because I don't want you knowing things. I want you being things, right? I don't want you to just know a concept and understand it and be able to teach it. I want you to be living that concept out loud. I want your life to change. I want you to actually embody and be that version of you at higher levels and higher levels and higher levels, right? I would like to take Millionaire because that's my new identity. Why do you think I called it that, right? Because I understand that when you sign up for a course called Millionaire, you are accepting an identity. The subconscious mind is like, holy cow, here we go. I use the analogy on the last live event of like, every single one of us has the capacity and the awareness and the ability to fly a plane, to be a pilot. Is this not true? Like every single one of us could fly a plane. If one human can do it, we could all do it, right? And so all you have to do is take a course to learn how to have the awareness of how to fly the plane. And so it's the same thing with being a millionaire. Every single one of you has the ability and capacity within you to be it, and you just got to take a course, right? And so sometimes the millions come within 4 months. Leslie DeMarco, that podcast episode, oh, you guys, just came out this week. Brilliant podcast episode. She was literally breastfeeding her baby Rosemary in our episode. It was so beautiful. This is what it's like to be in your feminine, nurturing energy while manifesting wealth in your life from a beautiful feminine energetic place. It was phenomenal. Anyway, Leslie DeMarco did it in 4 months. Does it take people a couple years? It might, but that's okay. As long as the result is that you're embodying that millionaire identity, that grandest version of you, and moving your life in that direction towards it. Somebody asked, does your courses have a guarantee? Will you guarantee you're going to do it? Will you guarantee that you're going to embody it? Are you going to guarantee that you change your thoughts? Are you going to guarantee that you are going to take action from a different place? I can't guarantee that you will. You have to guarantee that you will. And then what will your result be? That's the guarantee that's actually needed. Not anything from me, from you. And when people guarantee themselves and they do it and they act from it, their life is completely changed. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Someone's messaging me. I'm gonna read this out loud. I think it's important. Carl Jung created parenting the inner child. It's okay that it's known and used, but don't say you created it. So who taught that to Carl Jung? Where did Carl Jung get the idea of inner child healing and parenting from? Right? From God, from source, from the all of everything, from the universe, right? So when I said that this came through me, what was I saying? That Kathleen Cameron created a new methodology of parenting? No, that's not what I said. So I just want us to all understand that all knowledge from everywhere, from the all of time, is coming from one place, and it's here for our higher good. No one is taking ownership. Nobody is trying to be anything or claim anything or take ownership. Even when I quote Neil Donald Walsh, or I quote Robert Russell, or I quote Bob Proctor, who am I really quoting? Source, God, right? So if you don't want to ever quote where you read something, you don't need to quote it. And if you do, you can, right? So people will come to me and they'll be like, oh, Kathleen, you said XYZ on your call the other day. You know, you quoted Bubba, you said this on your call the other day, and then I just saw somebody post the exact same thing. And I'm like, oh, great, we're getting the same messages. And remember that everything that we hear is through our own consciousness. It's through our own minds. It's through our own belief systems. So we will hear what we're patterned and programmed to hear. So if you heard that I created inner child healing and that I created reparenting, I would just say that that's not the intention behind the words that came out of my mouth, and is not what I intended to say. So just to clear that up. So I do have a psychology degree, and I actually studied Carl Jung in university in 2001, 2002, but I don't recall any of that, like on a conscious level. I don't recall any of that. Anyways, but I just wanted to speak to that because I'm all about having uncomfortable conversations when things don't align vibrationally with the truth of the moment, in the present moment. So I just wanted to say that out loud. So in terms of my courses and my programs, though, I did create those. Everything that is taught in the Millionaire Program is things that came through my life and that have come through who I have become in the transformation of this work. So they are my story. They are the blueprint and the roadmap that I took to reprogram my subconscious mind, to connect to God and to source and to the all of everything, and to move my body in an automatic and effortless way. And so Millionaire is for anyone in any area. You do not need to be a coach, a mentor, or a consultant. And Modern Mentor is specifically about coaches, consultants, CEOs, and mentors. So anybody that sees themselves in that way, Modern Mentor would be for that. Both programs are 6 months in duration. Why 6 months? What I feel is so beautiful is a 6-month period to me creates permanent change. I feel like 3 months is just a little bit quick. It doesn't necessarily get to the embodiment. So that's why I made Millionaire and Modern Mentor both 6 months. So Millionaire is a 3-month program, and then you spend another 3 months with us embodying it. See how my focus is always on embodiment? I want you to be, that version of you. Millionaire has been coined a very transformative program, an inner work program, but many also call it very healing. So an inner healing transformational program, whatever you want to say. But truly, it's the process that I went through in order to change the course of my life. Modern Mentor is a little bit different. It's manifestation meets business. So Modern Mentor has 8 lessons that are manifestation lessons, consciousness lessons, and then the other 8 lessons are business focused, right? So business focused programs, things like how to brand yourself on social media, how to conduct sales, how to create your brand, how to cast a vision, how to lead a team. All of that stuff is all part of Modern Mentor as well. And in Modern Mentor, we have Deb Lays, who is a phenomenal facilitator in that program. So you have calls with me or Anna. Anna does my marketing. So Anna does a marketing call every single month in Modern Mentor. Marketing is very important. If you are running a digital business, being able to market yourself, not just social media, but like search engine optimization, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really powerful and important stuff. So yes, social media, but also marketing base as a whole. Anna runs my podcast. She runs my YouTube channel. And so she volunteers her time in the Modern Mentor program once a month. And then Deb also talks on Wednesdays and does a group call, facilitated group call on Wednesdays with the Modern Mentor students. So Millionaire and Modern Mentor. Millionaire also, one of the things that we did to make it more accessible for more people, we have students in over, I don't even know how many countries now, to be quite honest. 62, wow, seriously? Holy cow, okay. We have students in 62 countries right now. So we've created embodiment sessions with my team. They're group sessions that are almost every day of the week. They're about 5 days of the week. And you pop onto that session and there's a curriculum that you follow. My team follows a curriculum. So every session for that week is the same topic and you learn how to embody that topic together in a group work session. So very, very powerful. My team are the best manifestation mentors in the industry. They really are. They lead with love. They're so incredible, so important. And they facilitate amazing sessions. No matter who you're on with, it's always incredible. I have a really good question here I'm going to answer. Okay. I'm a real estate coach mentor, but really want to hone in on millionaire identity and stop wavering from it. Okay, Jennifer, it's time. Okay, that's what her intuition is telling her, right? Would millionaire make more sense first? So I would talk to whoever it is that you're connected to on my team, but I always look at it this way. If you are absolutely brand new to the material and you have not studied with anyone before, millionaire might be a good first start to give you the embodiment and be your own best testimonial first. If you have a background in this material already, Modern Mentor might be a good place to start. We've even had people go into Modern Mentor first and then take Millionaire after. Millionaire is going to be a personal growth and transformation journey for you specifically. Like it is all about your consciousness, reprogramming it, rewiring it. And then Modern Mentor does the same, but it also has the business component. So chat with the team. Oh, you're going to talk to Tanya. Okay, perfect. Oh, Tanya's a gem. I'm in both Modern Mentor and Millionaire, and they're both amazing. Yeah, people take both too. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. What's an example of embodying exercise from a session? I wonder how those sessions look like. So for example, we have a visualization embodiment session curriculum. It's part of the curriculum is visualization. So in a session like that, the team is going to talk to you about the importance of visualization, what the order of visualization is, how to visualize, and then talk about the embodiment of visualization. So you may do a guided visualization, or they might actually talk to you about the ways in which you embody visualization. So somebody that's been in Millionaire for 3 months might put up their hand and say, okay, I embody visualization in this way. This is how I do it. This is how I feel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's just an example. Right? Another part of the curriculum of embodiment sessions is like time blocking and productive activities. How are you spending your day? Let's talk about it. Are you taking action? Or are you scrolling social media for 2 hours a day? Are you working on your growth and your state of being every day? What do you do every single day? All that kind of stuff. Yeah. Can I suggest you create space for new people to have a study buddy already in the program and not just your staff? I love this, Ellen, and we do that. So when you enroll in the Millionaire program, we recommend that you find yourself an accountability partner, right? And so for us to assign accountability partners doesn't allow for your uniqueness of who you are, the type of person you would want to work with, your time zone that you're in, the country that you live in. So we really, really encourage you to find an accountability partner that resonates with you. Right? And so some people will post into our coaching group and they will say, hey, I'm in this time zone and I'm looking for an accountability partner. And there's people here, and I know that you guys are on this call, that their accountability partner has become one of their best friends in their life. Like they talk to them all the time. They have the most phenomenal relationships. So these courses are higher level, executive level programs, right? So for us to like assign you a buddy and then like monitor whether you have a buddy, that's not adulthood. That's not being, leading yourself. So it's up to you. Find yourself an accountability partner. We highly recommend it. Absolutely. And if that accountability partner isn't working for you, find another one. Move on. We're adults over here, right? Yeah. I'm in Modern Mentor, yet did not want to overshare with Tanya. Oh, okay, Ellen, you're in Modern Mentor. Beautiful. But if you want Tanya to help you to find an accountability partner, you can, or Deb can probably help you as well in Modern Mentor. Okay. Yes, the embodiment sessions in Millionaire. There's one on gratitude, how to use a bless and release ritual, daily success steps, imagination, visualization, affirmations and auto-suggestion, and so much more. It's like 12 weeks. So there's a lot. What's the difference between Modern Mentor and Spiritual Leader? Spiritual Leader is a 4-week course. And Spiritual Leader is specifically about how to lead with intuition, how to be the intuitive force of your life and your business. So Spiritual Leader is like a taste and a teaser. So some people get Spiritual Leader to add on to Modern Mentor, but Modern Mentor is a full 6-month program. It's transformative. It's manifestation meets business. It's a whole Cadillac, but Spiritual Leader is 4 weeks. Yeah. My accountability partner, Natalie Perrin, is now my best friend, and we talk at least 2 times a week. How beautiful is that? Right? And so when you have a relationship like that with someone in this material, you're creating certainty. You're creating a knowing. You're not going to be out on an island, right? Like when you're out on an island and you're the only one thinking this way, people are going to be like, huh? What do we do there? Like, and you're going to be more likely to be swayed. So I built this beautiful community because I was like, we have to have a place where all of us delusional thinkers can come and be delusional together and manifest their dream lives together. Yeah. Is there embodiment sessions with the Wealth from Within course? You know what I've done with Wealth from Within? So Wealth from Within is 8 weeks. It's 4 lessons. So the first lesson I teach on a Monday, and then the next week I do an embodiment session or a Q&A session of that first lesson. So it's like lesson, embodiment session, lesson, embodiment session, lesson, embodiment session. So yes, you'll find embodiment in almost everything I do. And even now in the worksheets for many of the courses, I will say, here are your embodiment practices for the week. This I gave you as an embodiment practice. Or like Carl Jung, it's inner child healing and reparenting, but whatever. But yeah, it's an embodiment practice. It's just a way of taking the information and the knowledge and moving it into the body. Oh my God, look at Kim with her Delulu picture. I love it. Are they all on Monday? No. So everything is on different days. Talk to the team about the days. But notice what the intellectual mind wants to do. So the intellectual mind is going to want to say, well, I want to make sure that I'm available on those days. If those days don't work for me, then I'm not going to take the course. Really? You're not going to transform your life because the call's on a Wednesday and you can't attend on a Wednesday? No, no, no. Okay, we're not going to let our ego come in and try to keep us from what we know is really, really good and really, really great and really, really amazing. I have somebody in my inner circle that can't be on the calls. She watches the replays, she's in the chat with us, and she is growing. So the belief that you have to be on the call and if you can't make the call is going to be detrimental is not a belief that I would have. It's the inner work that changes you, not the calls. It's what you do after the calls. It's what you do in between the calls. It's what you do in the moments when you're alone with yourself that matters the most. Some people get into this work and they will actually literally drown themselves and distract themselves with this work, constantly watching videos, constantly doing this, constantly that, constantly chatting with people. And what they're doing is they're avoiding the inner work. So I want you to be spending time with yourself every single day. That's where the transformation happens. That's where the transformation grows. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Okay, let me see what else we have in here. Are there embodiment sessions within Wealth from Within? Yes. Is Shauna Underwood still one of your mentors? Yes. Yes, she absolutely is. Shauna and Jen are sisters, and they actually work together and they support. So in my Instagram direct messages, you might see Shauna in there because she's supporting me in there. She'll tell you it's her though, if you're chatting with her. Okay, did I answer all these questions? Oh, okay, for payments, financial, okay. So for these courses, there is always pay in full options for everything. And the pay in full options have some additional bonuses when you do pay in full. And then there are payment plan options. So I run my own in-house payment plan. So what that means, it's like financing a car, right? So you get the car up front and you make the payments every single month. So it's the same thing with the program. You get the program up front, you join, and then you make the subsequent payments, and it's spread over 6 months. So we have our own in-house payment plan. If you're somebody that wants to fund the course of the program over longer than 6 months, you want to do 3 years, 2 years, you want to do 5 years, we do have access to a third-party funder that funds only my course. So you're not just getting a loan for anything. You're actually getting funded for this program specifically. So I had to prove that my course works for them to fund it. So I had to send in testimonials and testimonials and testimonials and testimonials to prove that the program that they're going to fund is actually making a difference in people's lives for them to be able to fund it. So it's just a beautiful little additional way. So if you want to apply for that funding, the team can give you the link. We don't know your credit score. We will not know your financial information. The team will give you the link and you apply. So for privacy reasons, we won't know any of that. You will do that with the company yourself. Okay, so those are the options for that. How does the ascent? Yeah, I also have this other bundle where all the little courses can be bought together. So Wealth from Within, Spiritual Leader by Law, and The Rise can be bought together as a bundle outside of Millionaire and Modern Mentor. So ask the team about what that is. I don't even know how much that is, so don't ask me. But the team will tell you. I know what the other ones are. I don't recall what that one is right now. Okay. Any other questions? Team, did you get any questions that I haven't addressed yet? And I want to give this scholarship away here too. Okay, I think I got all the questions. Okay, and yes, you can fill out the form if you want as well to speak with the member of the team. So what I always do though on open enrollment day is I always love to reward people that want to embody their grandest version right away. This is how I move. I am somebody that has made the decision that I'm an action taker, that I act on my intuition, I make decisions quickly, and I do things. So I'm not going to judge you if you are not. I'm not going to make you wrong if you are not. If you are not someone that is like that, it's not bad and it's not wrong. But I do want to award those that are, because I know the universe always rewards me when I act in that way. So when I decide that I'm going to take a course or I'm going to take a program, I do it like this, boom. Even other types of purchases, I'll make the decision. I'm an all-in type of woman. So there is people that act in that assumption, and they always enroll on the very, very first day. We actually had people enroll in programs yesterday and the day before. It's been really, really beautiful to watch. So for those that enroll today or yesterday or the day before, that's okay too. I have a special bonus that I'm going to give you, and it's going to have something to do with being in my physical energy. So it's a very, very good bonus. That's for anybody that enrolls today or yesterday or the day before. So before midnight tonight, if you extend Millionaire, Modern Mentor, do the Ascension Collection, or take Millionaire, take Modern Mentor, I will give you this additional bonus. But the buy law offer with Millionaire, Modern Mentor is on for the next 5 days. Okay, so if you aren't going to make a decision today, it's okay. The decision can be made tomorrow. The decision can be made the next day. But I'm going to reward those that make the decision today. And then we have that offer for the next 5 days, I think it is. But the team will tell you. Can you talk about Inner Circle? Yes, Chevy, my Inner Circle. Beautiful, beautiful group of individuals. So I wanted to create a container where people had more close, direct access to me. And could run things by me more quickly, and a smaller group of individuals that could actually mastermind with each other. So I have an Inner Circle. It's for 1 year that you'd be in my energy. We have bi-weekly calls every other Wednesday. We have a call, and then we have a WhatsApp chat. In that WhatsApp chat, they ask questions, share wins, look for advice, all that kind of stuff. And I'm in there responding and sharing things as well. And then we have our calls, and then we meet twice in person. So the last Inner Circle day was in the UK. So we were in London, England at the Shard. It was fantastic, absolutely phenomenal day. And then the one before that was September of last year in Miami. And then the one before that was in Malibu, California. Well, no, actually it's technically Bel Air, California. The next Inner Circle day is in September in Toronto, which I'm so excited about. Yeah. So if you're interested to know about being in my Inner Circle, you reach out to the team. It's a higher investment capacity than the other programs, but it is for people who are ready to invest at that level and to see themselves in that way. So just another opportunity for you to ascend and grow. So if you've taken Millionaire and Modern Mentor, maybe it's time for Inner Circle, right? And so what's the thought that comes up? I would love that for me, or, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not there yet. That's not for me yet, so just think about it. I always keep my mind open to the possibility of what I would love. And I know that there's people that message me and they're like, see you in September at Inner Circle Day. And I'm like, okay, see you there. Because I know what they're calling forth. I know what they're manifesting, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me see what else. Can you talk about Inner Circle? Okay, I did. I keep getting a beautiful picture of, I saw someone with their hand up. Jessica, I think, had her hand up. I don't know if she had that up on purpose, or if she had something she wanted to say. Okay, I'm gonna do the scholarship. Are we ready? Jessica, if you do have a question, just put it in the chat, please. So how the scholarship works, for everybody that's asking. We do a scholarship program. We don't do it every single month. We did it for I think 3 or 4 months in a row. Last month I actually gave a one-on-one coaching call out. I had the call with Kathy this week. It was phenomenal. I'm getting her to do some work, and then we're going to regroup. So I'd love for Kathy to come on and share. Maybe in our money masterclass next month she can share. But how the scholarship works is that you are given $3,600 towards Millionaire or Modern Mentor. And so it's like if you go to university or college and you are awarded a scholarship or a bursary, you are given an amount of money towards your course. And so it's there to help you, it's there to give you a buffer, it's there for those that don't necessarily have the capacity, but really want to continue and do it and take it. Now, the reason why it's not a full scholarship, I get this question all the time. Why is it not a full ride? Like, why are you not giving the course away? Because people that do not pay, they do not pay attention.
piece of advice that I was given by Bob Proctor was to never give my course away, even to family. He said, because when you give something away to someone and they don't have anything on the hook, they didn't pay for it, they didn't invest in themselves, there's no energy there. There's nothing to hold them to it. They haven't exchanged anything. And so those people that you will give things away to will not get the same results as those who have invested in themselves for it. And let me tell you, I have given my course away to a family member and they have yet to have taken it. So I learned my lesson. So this is why I wanted to create a scholarship, an opportunity for somebody to get a little bit of a boost and get a little bit of help, but still have the investment and make the payments so that they pay attention. Make sense? So that's why I've done it in that way. Yeah. So if you are someone that doesn't have the capacity to pay for the rest of Millionaire, don't apply for the scholarship because it's $3,600, but you still have thousands of dollars you will have to pay. So don't apply for a scholarship then, because you must be able to make the subsequent payments, right? But what I would suggest, if you aren't at that capacity, join our House of Manifestation. Come in over there and get in our energy, get in the community on the book club, House of Manifestation meetups, get in the energy. We have something for people in all price points in any ways. Okay? Okay, let's do the scholarship. I don't like to use the word winner. Do you notice I'm trying to say award? I'm awarding the scholarship. I don't like to use like giving away even to win or like give away. I like the word to like award the scholarship because I feel like to award the scholarship means like, yes. It could be reward. I don't know. It just sounds better to me than to like win something or to be like given something to me. It's like, oh, somebody just gave it to me. Before I give this away, I'm gonna tell you a little story. This is gonna help the person that's gonna have this scholarship. There was someone that received in the very, very early days, I think it was like in 2020, I gave away a full course. It was my very, very first program that I was selling. And she won it and I gave it to her. And she actually told me years later, she came back and said, I want to pay for it now. I want to come back and I want to actually pay for it now. Because she told me that when she won it and she didn't get it for free, she wasn't thinking the same as the other students. She always felt like she was just given something and she felt like it didn't impact her in the way that she had hoped. So she came back and she took Millionaire and paid for it and wanted to do it. Very powerful. So that's why I want to start you off on the right foot. So the person that has been awarded this scholarship, and you can use it towards Millionaire or Modern Mentor, it's entirely up to you, is Janice Gallant. Janice Gallant. I think we're going to spotlight you in a minute if you're here. Oh, beautiful. How are you? Wait, do I have to unmute you? Hold on.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh my gosh. I knew I was going to get this today.
Isn't it so interesting? The person that always is awarded the scholarship, they always had a knowing beforehand. What does that say about this work?
I'm so excited. This is like a huge sign of yes, keep going. You're on the right track. I am so.
So which program do you think you're going to use it for?
Modern Mentor.
Oh, are you going to come to CEO Day?
I absolutely can.
Okay, perfect. There you go. There you go. She's going to come to CEO Day in September in Toronto.
Yeah, my September is open right now. Any other month is busy, but yes.
Look at how everything is working out in your favor.
It is. It is absolutely. And I am off to a conference tomorrow and I'm like, this is how I want to start my next 6 months, being in the energy with you and with powerful manifestors. And I know that this is what moves things forward. It's not even the program. It's the energy of being there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very powerful. You're going to absolutely love it. It'll be life-changing for you. And there's some really phenomenal people in Modern Mentor right now too. So you're going to have some good connections as well. So welcome to Modern Mentor, Janice. That's so amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Congrats.
Is Jen going to do clapping or did you already do it? I can't recall. Anyways, so we're going to have the scholarship available for our next couple events. The next event, though, we're not going to do a scholarship because I'm doing something else. And it's wowzas. The next event for next month, what I'm going to be doing is huge, huge, huge. Not the offer, but I'm giving away something on the next live event is really, really big. So make sure that you come on to the next one. But then after that, we will do the scholarship again. So just a reminder, you can apply for the scholarship at any time. Reach out to my team. They will give you the application form. We review it. And then we keep a list of those that we feel would be the awardees for the scholarship. And then when we give them out, we take from that list. We do also make sure that you are live. Why do I do that? Why do I want you to be live? Because I want to see your commitment, right? So when you're on here live and you're growing and you're ascending, it's showing that you are committed. So we want to make sure that you are showing up and that you are committed because the universe rewards commitment every single time. So congratulations, Janice. We had a couple other people extend their millionaire community this week. We had somebody enroll for millionaire earlier this week. So we have a lot of people that are joining the community right now as a cohort. And I love when we open up enrollment because we start to see people now make a decision to grow and to ascend and to do what they would love. So if you are going to be joining me, declare it please in the comments and let me know if you're joining millionaire or you're going to join modern mentor. Let me know which path you are going to be taking today so we can welcome you. Oh, Tori is going to be joining my inner circle. Excuse me, Mrs. Can't wait. You just missed the UK inner circle day that we had. This is so beautiful. This is my path. I'm allowing it to be revealed. So the path always reveals what you say the path is. Right? So for me, anytime I want to do something, I always make the decision to do it and then the investment always follows. So for me, I'll say I'm doing this. This is the decision that I've made. And then the investment always comes for me to be able to do it. But if I'm always saying, oh, I'm waiting for the money to come before I make the investment, the money doesn't come because you haven't made the decision. So Bob used to say to me all the time, the money will come when the decision is made. The money will come when the decision's made. We are going to put the links into the chat here. So you can take a look at the millionaire landing page. You can take a look at the modern mentor landing page. Grace wants to join millionaire. Let's do it, Grace. You've been following me for a while. It's time. Let's do it. Talk to Shauna. She can talk to you in the chat. I think she's with you. Kim Daly, effective immediately. Listen, Kim is now one of my one-on-one clients. So she's speaking to that from a very, very authentic and genuine place, the importance of that language effective immediately. And I use that on a regular basis because when you move in the energy of right now, today, in this moment, you are rewarded for that in the subsequent way. But when you decide that it's going to be next month, it's going to be next year, you're putting off your manifestation. I was reading this book and it said something along the lines of, isn't it possible that we manifest $1 billion in 1 second flat? And that challenged my thinking because I went, well, wait a minute. Do I believe I can manifest $1 billion in 1 second flat? No, I don't believe that. Is it possible that $1 billion can come to someone in a minute flat? Yes. So here we go. There's the difference between what I believe to be true and what the truth is. So that's where my thinking was limited. So now for me, what's the best belief for me to have that I can manifest $1 billion in a minute flat, in a second flat? Why not? Why wouldn't I be open to that idea? So I don't want to believe that it has to take time, right? I don't want to believe that things can't happen today, right? They can happen at any moment in any way, but it's based on the decision that we make, right? Effective immediately, I'm someone who joins millionaire. There you go. Wendy's picking up what I'm putting down. Wendy is my mom's name, you know? Isn't that such a beautiful name? Wendy, she's off in Scotland at a wedding right now, my mama. She's so beautiful. Okay, any last minute questions about any of our courses, our programs, our enrollment, anything you need to know before we get off this Zoom? Otherwise, I trust that all of you are making a decision from your grandest version, that you're going to do what you would love, that you're going to decide, and then we're here to support you. So when you are going to make a leap, I want you to make a leap from a trusted place, right? So I want you to be excited about the journey, to know that you are safely being supported. You're not jumping out of the airplane alone. You're jumping out of the airplane in tandem with us. We are experienced jumpers. We've done it thousands of times. We've supported thousands of people through it. And so we're here to make sure that you land safely. You're not jumping out alone. So I hope that you feel that from us. I hope that you know that we're here to support you, to help you grow. Welcome to everybody that's joining. We're so excited to have you. This next lesson in Millionaire, I'm actually going to be teaching about imagination. So I'm really excited for that. Where are the replays? Everything is on YouTube. Everything gets emailed out. It will live there forever. So you can watch this as many times as you want. Give your Katie some love today, but reparent her from your most empowered self. Thank you, everyone. I am so absolutely grateful. We're going to end with a song. We're going to end with a beautiful, beautiful song. I don't actually know who the artist is. So hold on, let me see, because you always ask me. Okay, so the song that we are going to end with today is a very powerful emotional song. So please stay. I want you to feel the vibration. I want you to allow the music to lift you up, to elevate you, to transcend you, to remind you of who and what you really are. So this song is called Yet, and the artist is The King Will Come. Whether you're religious or not, you can listen to the words of this song. I believe this song is speaking to, don't give up on me yet, God, but you can also sing it to yourself, right? Don't give up on yourself yet, please.